Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you a little bit about origami and how to make a few things. To start you off, I'm going to show you how to make a cup, which is fairly simple, pretty easy. Now what you're going to need is a piece of computer paper or construction paper, which will do a lot better for holding liquid. Now your first step is you're going to take one corner piece and you're going to fold it over to the other side just like this, and you're going to get a triangle. That's going to be your square. Now you're going to have excess piece of paper right here that you really don't need. You can cut off if you want, but for the cup it's just easier to fold it over to the other side. But when you do that, make sure it's parallel with the triangle still like this. Now with this other little piece, you're going to fold that over again, and now you're going to take this corner piece and you're going to fold it over to this other side like this in figure 4. And then you're going to take the other corner piece and overlap this last piece that you just did. Now once you do that, you're going to take this top piece right here and you're going to fold it over, covering the two flaps that you just made. And then with the other one, you're going to flip it over to the other side. And there you go. There's your cup. Pretty simple. Now, depending on which paper you decide to use, it's only going to hold water for a little while. Now I'm going to show you how to make a crane. The beginning steps to this is about the same as the cup. You're going to need a square piece of paper, except you are going to need to get rid of the little excess piece of paper. There's not really any way to fold it to where it's not in your way in this one. So once you do that, you're going to fold the square piece of paper in half as many times as you can. So you're going to fold it diagonally one way, and then you're going to fold it diagonally the other way. And then you're going to fold it in half one way, and then you're going to fold it in half the other way, just like this. And while you're doing this, make sure you're creasing it really good with your fingers or your nails, so that way these lines show up. Next, you're going to come up with this after you open it up. It's easiest to take the lines that are indented in and push them in just like this in number 2 and flatten it out like in number 3. Now once you do that, you're going to take one corner piece and you're going to fold it into the inside where this line is right here, and you're going to make it parallel. And you're going to do the same thing with the other side, just like this. Then you're going to flip it over and do the same thing. Now you're going to take this triangle piece and you're going to fold it down over it, crease it, put it back up, and then you're going to grab this bottom piece right here and you're going to lift it up and fold it over just like that, and the crease should make it stop right there. There you go, just like that in number 1, and then you're going to flatten it out and do the same thing to the other side like in number 2. Once you do that, you're going to grab this corner piece right here and fold it into the middle, making sure it's parallel, but not all the way touching like in number 4. You want to give yourself a little bit of room. Do the same to the other side. Now once you do that, you can notice that you can open it up right here in figure 2. Take the bottom piece, lift it straight up and out like this in number 3, and you're going to push it inside out just like this, and then flatten it out like in number 4. Now once you do that, you're going to have to do it to the other side. Now it's up to you which you decide to use for the head and which you decide to use for the tail. Now for the head, you're going to open it up, push it down a little bit, and then kind of push it outside in, I guess you could say. Flatten it out, and there you go. There's your crane. It even moves its wings. Pretty nice. Now I'm going to show you how to make an origami heart out of a dollar bill, or a 5, or a 10, or a 20, or even 100 if you're feeling generous. These make great gifts. Now to start you off, you're going to take one corner and you're going to fold it to the other side, just like in the others. Now with this one, make sure you're creasing it really good with your finger or your nail. A crisp dollar bill works really well. Once you do that, you're going to do the other side, and then you're going to get this in number 3. Now make sure you pinch the middle of it right here and flatten it out like in number 4. Now you're going to do the same thing to the other side, and make sure you're creasing really well. Then you're going to get this in number 1. Now once you do that, you're going to take one of these triangles right here and you're going to move it into the inside, just like this in number 3. But you don't want to overlap it. Just make sure that the bottoms are touching. Now once you do that, press down firmly, make sure you crease the back of it. Once you do that, you're going to grab one of these corners of the triangle and you're going to open it up like this. Now you see this little line inside here? You want to make sure that it's exactly aligned with that, and press that down firmly and you'll get a square. You're going to do that to all 4 corners and you'll come out with this, number 3. Once you do that, you're going to grab the corners of the squares, open them up. Now you see the little line that's in between the square right here, one of your creases. Make sure that that is in line with where you push it down right here, number 2. Do the same to the other side and you'll get something like this. Now do that to all 4 of the squares and you're going to get something like this. It looks like a flower. Pretty neat. Now with this little back piece, you're going to take that and you're going to fold it down underneath and flatten it out like this in 3. And now with this little excess piece, you're going to take that and flip the heart around, fold it in the back, crease it, and you can also open this up right here and push it in and flatten it out like this in 2, and bam, it's out of your way. The last step is you're going to fold the corners right here down and back, crease it, and flatten it out, and there you go. There's a nice little heart with a little flower in the middle. They're made for great little gifts. People love them. Now, there's a lot of different types of origami, and I decided to show this one with you. Looks like a pretty cool box, pretty ordinary. You can actually put something inside of that. What's also unique about this box is it can open up to look just like this. Pretty neat little flower. Now something like this is a little time consuming and requires a lot of patience. And another unique thing about origami is you can make them any shape or size. This is a pretty small one right here of the crane that I did. Now if you have a laptop, you can have a pretty good idea of how tiny this is. Well, that's about it for my video. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed.